but no one could stand. And my point was let them understand so that they can stand, so that they can do it together and get to the big vision. So they did not stand. So I was like, I'm wasting my time. So now we started charging them a fee because we were preparing for them food. So at least pay 50,000 for the food so that we don't waste time. Because I know you're not going to start. So why should I waste my time? At least pay for the food and still they did not start. And when I took it at 50,000, I could spend almost 3 hours explaining where I got money to buy this land. Are you getting my point? So it was all negative. No, this is for the government, this is for Salim Saleh, you see he's in Kapeka, Saleh is also in Kapeka, this is not his money. I said, why am I wasting my time? So I stopped. So people started pushing, please. So I put it at 100. So at 100, I saw the negative question started reducing. Now I know. So if you put it up, you will get green. So I put it at 200. When I put it at 200, people come, sit, listen, understand, then go and implement. I did not start this farm to teach and get money from teaching. I started this farm to do my own things as I want to do them. That's why you see you're even sitting here. We are doing feeds here. This is not a training hall. We just organize so that at least we have where people will sit. So the initial interest for training was not to get money from training. Okay. So the reason we are putting at that high, we only want a few people that are going to understand and put in action. Sawa is teaching for free. Because if you say you want free things, go to Sawa. He will teach you for free. So the 200 and the 9 a.m. time, it is to screen out. I want people who are going to understand. I'm a bit busy. I don't have a lot of time to waste. I came from Nairobi. I boarded at 4. I remember bringing my phone. I boarded at 4. At 10 p.m. I arrived here at midnight. I drove up to the farm. I got to the farm at around 2. Because I know I had promised something. So it was a way of screening those who will understand this information. Because not everyone can understand. But if you have the right interest, you can understand. So should we increase the 200 or reduce it?
You said you decide.
No, it is you who said it's expensive.
And for me now, my issue was, the situation happened. When I came, I saw a few people. That's why I said, maybe people are not coming because of the fee.
My friend.
So that's where I lost my question.
Not everyone is going to do rabbits. They can't, they need these cows, they need goats, they need them, and so many other things. But the reason is, it is at a different level. Because the problem we're having in this generation is instant gratification. We want things now. But it takes a process. It is a process, it takes some time. It will not happen now. But we want it now. Probably you see the girl has a mark, she takes it on, switches it on, cleans it. I've never seen a dirty mark. Who has seen one? A MacBook, the Apple computer. Have you ever seen a dirty one? So I see the girl in the airport, when just in the boarding area waiting, she takes it out, opens it, switches it on, gets After switches it off, puts it back without doing anything. So profitability of the business. I know most of us have done some businesses, okay? Successful businesses, and I believe there is no success without passion. You know, profit is in two ways. One, there is internal satisfaction, and then there is monetary satisfaction. How to get? There is something you will do and you get internal satisfaction. You feel happy doing it, so you have a happy life. You can do something, but it is miserable. You're living in stress. Isn't it? I was asking someone, what's the difference between stress and pressure? Is there a difference between the two?
Yes.
What is the difference? And you're a doctor.
Stress is more emotional.
Stressing is emotional.
So emotional, but pressure, you may not be into that emotion, but someone is squeezing you to do it.
That is pressure. Who else has another understanding?
Pressure is doing something on tension. When you have tension, you're doing something.
Then stress. The same, eh? Are they the same? And one is very, very, very dangerous.
Stress.
And one is very, 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 very helpful. That's how we grow. Take an example. Your son. I'm sure you have one. Eh? He has been pressed somewhere with an apple on his head. They give you a gun and they tell you to shoot the apple in his head. Are you getting the scenario? You have to shoot the apple on his head, with a gun. So what Mzee is going through is pressure. What the boy is going through is stress. Because he cannot do anything about it. So him is under pressure of doing the right thing. If you don't do it, your son is gone. If you do the right thing, you save your son. So pressure is the force to do something right, but you have all what it takes for you to do it right. Then the stress is the boy. It's just is on God. Please let my father do the right target. So sometimes we stress ourselves on something that we don't have control over. And that is very dangerous because your body releases a chemical called cortisol. That chemical is poisonous. Doctor, do you know that?
Yes.
That chemical is meant to prepare us for danger. So that it reduces the blood saturation, so that when you are cut, you don't lose a lot of blood. It prepares you emotionally, like you were saying. It prepares you to fight or to...
Let alone it can also increase the BP. Like
if it goes on continuously without stopping, because it is meant to come, stop, then dissolve. When we work under stress, so cortisol keep on releasing without stopping and it's not dissolved, then it becomes poisonous because it is poison. Cortisol is poison. The doctors have proven it now, but it is poisonous. So the more it comes with a lot of diseases. The what? The cancer, what? Because we have cancer within us, but it is is not balanced now with cotton and what and what. Not true.
Some is daylight.
So I'm not a doctor, I just read some few things, but that's what it is. So stress is very dangerous. So when you are in farming, first of all, you have food security of yourself. So you are farming for yourself. So that's what I call the internal satisfaction. Because you need money to buy food. Now the farm is providing food for you. Then you need money for what?
Treatment. For medicine.
That's why I say, if 95% of the diseases that we are having now are caused by what we eat and how we eat and the environment. If you live in a poisonous environment, you'll be sick. That's living in a stressed environment. So the results will what? Sickness. Not so. If you eat poor, people have died of COVID and they said their immune was what because of poor. Okay? If you eat badly, the food itself can turn into. We think living healthy or living good, you must have money. And people have done all the horrible things in this world for the sake of having money. You find someone in a container village selling an expired drug because they're going to lose money if they don't sell it. And they are selling to a farmer, then the farmer puts it on the fruits, they bring the fruits to the market, and the stupid him comes and buys the fruit. So we are killing ourselves. I don't know. So any business at least should start with internal satisfaction before you even think of money. I was reading about Professor Collins. He wrote a book called Good to Great. He wrote about very big companies in the US that have lived very long. One of those companies, Johnson & Johnson. It is now 107 years old. But what has kept them in business is they produce drugs for the patient, not for profits. Once you start producing drugs for profits, then the problem comes in there. So drugs are produced for patients. Then the profit comes in as a fuel. So look. So profitability is into aspects. If it is only monetary, you might not see it. How to be? You might not see it. Because agriculture will give you the value for money, not the paper. These business people, they know paper, not so. Yeah, in COVID I lived here for 3 months. Weekend we cut our goat, we cut our sheep, our chickens are there, we cut our rabbit, we get our matoke, we get our fruits. So we didn't know that even COVID existed, apart from leaving the farm and going to town. But twice we in Chibuga because we need paper. So in any business you want to know, there's a professor called Simon Sinek. I wrote a book, it's called The Infinity Game. Why businesses fail? Because people start, business is infinity, because it will never end. Your personal business will, but the business will continue. Life is infinity, but yours will end, but life will continue. So what happens is people come into an infinity game that doesn't end with an infinite mindset, with a finite mindset. When you have a lot of money, you put yourself in prison. Is it true? You build a very, very big house, very, very, very good. You put a fence around it. You put electric wire around it. You put barbed wire around it. You put cameras inside. You put motion sensors inside. You put dogs inside. You put askaris on the gate. You put alarms in your car. Is that freedom? An inmate is inside. They put a camera around him. They put barbed wire around him. There's a scar on the gate because they don't want him to get out. When he's getting out to court, there's a lead car in front and there's another one behind and in between. So what's the difference between you and someone who is in prison? Because there's a difference between achievement and success. You can achieve but fail to succeed. Because success is internal satisfaction. After getting that car, do you feel good driving it? You can buy a car and it becomes a problem. So it means you are not at that level of buying that car. We want a car. Because you want social status, you want people. I want to get. So, before you get into this agriculture thing, stability is very dangerous and it is very good. Money started as a claim. Let's introduce a claim. That's how the Rothschild started the banking system. So you bring your gold to their bank here. They will give you that claim with the amount of gold you have put. So you go with that claim to where you're going, maybe Kusubura. You get there, you show them your claim. So that bank there will give you your gold. And you do your Kusubura, then you come back. So now people started Kuchukura. Carries. Because it is a claim, because it is backed up by gold. It has a backing. So what they call a currency, it doesn't have a backing. So now what we have is not a claim. What we have is a currency. So there's a difference between a currency and a claim. Are we together? Okay? So when it became a currency, all these other currencies, they are backed up now by the dollar. I'll get to the point. Because profitability is market. That's what I was teaching the other day. However much you have something, if the fuel gets out, because if there is no economic sense, there is no economic transformation, it will be very hard for you to keep that relationship. I think you're the one that I asked about what I said. So money is fuel. Money is not the end mean. Siche tuwetaage ekisembayo nege mafuta agagenda okutuyamba okutuje tukola ki. It is a fuel to put in the car so that the car can take us to Mbarara. But we want to go to Mbarara. Going to Mbarara should be the primary thing. So market. I've said it all the times and I'll say it again. We did not understand the word market according to my experience when it comes to investment. Because how does the investment work? Because one, for you to be successful, it starts with passion. We agreed on that. Not so. If there is no passion, it will be very hard for you to succeed. Not true. Why people are very strict on the passion thing? Because when the business is starting, you will not see the monetary value. So it will be the internal satisfaction. So if you did not start it when you love it, the internal satisfaction might not be there. If you love him without loving him, if you got into the relationship without you loving him first, what will make is another? Let me be patient, maybe you will get money. Not so. Now, the first bit of it should be passion, because there is no money, but there is hope that money is coming. When you started your business, when did it take you to start getting profit?
Maybe after 2 years.
After 2 years. So it is the passion that kept you for at least the 2 years without getting profit, and the hope that you will get. Are we there? So for you to succeed in this business, it must start with passion. That's why I'm telling you, we are raising this money high because we need to see people's passion. Abaganda bagamba choyagala chikuseeza. This is a Ugandan saying. I don't know how I can say it in English. But the meaning in it is, if you want something, you will do anything to get it. So that means there is passion. So if you want to come here and learn, if you want to do rabbits, you will do whatever it takes. So that is the passion. This is the passion that's going to drive you in the initial stage where there is no money, but there is hope for money. Are we together? Then it goes to knowledge. They said to go to Kapeka to learn about rabbits and how you're going to do the business, it is 200. So you paid for knowledge. So if you don't do it, you will not benefit from it. And actually you will not even understand it, because you will understand from doing. The first 1 year is understanding what you study. Mama toge nafuna mkamu mwaka mshoka. Nogo ku video hizo kutafuna. With the right discipline. Are we together? Then the fourth aspect they were talking about, actually in the doing, you don't just wake up and go and do. You have to prepare how you're going to do. That's why when you go to the bank to ask for money, they ask you for a business plan. Because they know that you cannot run a business without a business plan. It is very hard. How can you go to the garden without a hoe? What are you going to do? So this is the tool that's going to help you run your business. Are we together? So in doing the business plan, that's where the aspect of money market comes in. Because the business plan will ask you about the market. Where are you going to sell your products? Are we together? There's a difference between market and marketplace. So when they tell people to search about market, they go to the marketplace. They go to Owino, someone asked me, you're telling people to rear rabbits. Have you seen Omudala coming? This is the people's mindset. This is how to understand market. Most of all change, it can come one morning and Nakasero is removed, taken to another place. Did they remove a window? So it is not the marketplace, it is the market requirement. What I'm going to do, how does the market want it? So you go start farming with the guidelines of the market, because you are farming for the market, not for yourself, but you want to do things your way. And when you have them, now you want to go to the market. Now you get to the market and say, those are poor quality. Why was our maize refused to enter Kenya? Is it because there is no market for maize in Kenya? Quality. Because of quality. Say no. There's toxins, there is this, the poor harvesting methods. So when they're talking about market, they're talking about you. And they're talking about this machine. Because whatever we are farming goes here. Not so. If they show you the food you ate up to now, from when you were born, and you are still eating because you don't know when you will die. So this machine crashes. One, it needs quality, because the quality of your health, the quality of your body, the quality of what you're going to do, whatever you're going to do, whatever you take in, it is the outcome. So everyone wants to take in what? And you need to get satisfied. If they give you 1 cup of tea for a whole week, no, even a day. So you want a lot. But what people are doing, they produce all at once. It's like telling you to eat the food you're supposed to eat in a week on Monday, so that you save the other day without eating.
When it is also
So I think it is better to understand the market that we are going for. And the market is here. The market starts with you. When they're talking about 1.5 billion, they're talking about you're part of that billion. Are you not? So they're talking about, so the market starts with you. So market is not marketplace. Market is me, you, who are. Then the next thing is psychology. When you tell people this thing is people buy. Not so. The ladies tell them, this medicine will give you a lot of water, what? The girls will buy. But the thing is, we are under stress. So our body don't function the way they're supposed to function. So if you're under stress, you get into that action, you're thinking about money, the container is stuck somewhere. How do you? So at the end of the day, then it starts complaining, and now you think you have a problem. Then they tell you this chupa will help you, and it just destroys everything. And that day you take it because you know you've taken it, so you concentrate. So when you concentrate, the thing happens, and you say, the thing is working. I'm getting the thing. So, what is market? Market is solving a problem. Market is solving this problem. So, what is the problem in this thing? It is one, sustainability. It is two, quality. Do you have the right quality that this man needs? Can we sustain? Because he needs sustainability. Can we give him volumes? Because it is a lot. I'm getting the point. And what is the outcome of what is on the market? Does good people see? So can you provide something that is going to give people good health? Because everyone wants to eat healthy. Not so. Are we providing something that's going to give people good health? Who has read about the benefits of rabbit meat? Not just by business, the benefits of rabbit meat.
Yes, I have read about it, and actually, I can tell you that why I got interested in this after reading the benefits. Last year, sometime maybe May or June, I found rabbit at Carrefour supermarket in Kampala, and I bought one, and I enjoyed it so much. I knew it was healthy. Up to now, every time I go, and I go once or twice to Carrefour, they have never had it again. I keep asking them, say we can't find it. We'd love to sell you, but we have nobody who can even give us 5 a week. So that's why we don't have it.
Are we still looking for market? Because the question is, if you have the right product, you have the right volumes, and you can supply it sustainably, everyone will look for you. Because the thing is of value. Now they're telling people to get off red meat to come to white meat. Rabbit has the best white meat with very low cholesterol levels. And now the available white meat is the broiler chicken. Can you get off red meat and eat broiler chicken? So there is need for a chicken test. There is need for an organic health meat. So when we have that good product, now the challenge comes in sustainability and having numbers. He's willing to buy rabbit meat, but the supermarket is willing to sell, but no one to supply them. So this is the biggest problem that we have to solve. Carrefour is giving me a contract of supplying them 100 kilograms every week, but we cannot getting the point? So when I call these people Mitwale Tan for free, do you think they can understand what I'm saying? Because I need people who have tested. But when you talk to the youth, he says, you're mufere. Have you ever seen Omdaragwa coming? Sustainability. We are going to move around the farm, especially in rabbits and the new rabbit structure that we construct. If you're talking about sustainability, people get out of business because of the affinity mindset that I talked about. You're in business to get money. After getting money, then you go away. Because you've achieved your goal. Your goal was making money. Our goal as Alfie with them, we want to provide decent employment and healthy eating. How are we going to provide decent employment? If you're in the business class, you buy 60 rabbits. We'll go on the details about that. You're in the business class, you buy 60 rabbits. And you can do this at your home, and your monthly revenue will be 4.5. So if you're having 4.5, working from home with your family, at your comfort, in your business, how will that feel? How? Will you go out to look for employment? And if you're looking for retirement, is it not a good venture for you to retire? And then your kids can scale it up. It is a scalable business. I was with Yuga Chick. He started chicken 30 years ago, and people told him, where are you going to sell that chicken? So where is he selling it now? Yes. You see, when you see people see business with naked eyes, it means that business started losing money. Because when people start to see business, start to see money with naked eyes, they all run through it. So, sustainability, one, I can give it in terms of our vision. Two, I can give it in terms of the gratuity of the investment we've done. I don't think you're going to make an investment even close to a quarter of what I've done in this industry. One, in terms of money. Two, in terms of time. I've taken my time to study this business. I've invested in it. Not only physically, what you see here, even in terms of research. The only support we can give you that you will respect, it is the support that you have paid for. If this training was free, would it be of a support? If it was free, it would be of a support. You cannot value something that you've not paid for, something you've not struggle to get. If you get something very easily, you lose it very easily. Are you getting the point? Why do you think OWC has failed? Operational Wealth Creation. But what? Because you don't have that tendency of being given. And when you go to their farms, you find, that cow is for lads. This one is the one which is mine. Which is his is very healthy, but with poor genetics. The one with the good genetics is very poorly fed because it's for nuts.